What family rule did you think was normal until you told someone? My parents required us to make one child invisible for an entire year, chosen by lottery on the youngest child's birthday. My great-grandmother started this to teach kids to be grateful they exist. Every year when the youngest turned another year older, we'd draw a name from an old wooden bowl. Whoever got picked had to be invisible for a whole year. Photos came down. Bedroom got locked. Nobody could look at them. Nobody could say their name. If you did, you'd be invisible next. Mom grew up this way with her 4 brothers. Uncle Sterling was invisible when he was 11 and lived in their garage. Uncle Jerome missed all of 7th grade. Mom was invisible at 15. She said it made her grateful and strong. The invisible kid got nothing. No food unless they stole it at night. No doctor if they got sick because ghosts don't need doctors. No school because my parents told everyone they went to live with family far away. My older brother Atlas was invisible when he was 12. I watched him bang on the dinner table begging for food. Mom served plates right through his hands. Dad walked through him like he was made of air. I was 8 and wanted to help, but Mom said if I even looked at him, I'd vanish too. He slept in the garage that whole winter. I heard him crying through the walls. When his year ended, he was different, skinny and quiet with dead eyes. But everyone threw a party for his return to life, like nothing happened. Then my little sister Pearl turned 3, and they pulled my name from the bowl. I was 14. Mom read my name and then looked through me like I was already gone. She grabbed my dinner plate while I was still eating. Dad went straight to my room and locked it. Everything I owned was trapped inside. The next day, school said I wasn't enrolled. Mom had called to say I moved to Mexico with an aunt. I didn't have an aunt in Mexico. For weeks, I slept in the garage and ate from trash cans. I stood right in front of my family, but they looked through me. Pearl would sometimes see me and Mom would grab her face and turn it away. Then things got worse. I fell trying to climb through a window for food and broke my wrist. The bone stuck out wrong and made me throw up from pain. But invisible people don't get hospitals. I wrapped it with tape and rags. It healed crooked. Still sticks out weird today. My friend Zara's mom kept asking where I went. My parents told bigger and bigger lies about Mexico, even made fake photos. But Zara saw me behind the store once, skinny and sick. Her mom called mine, worried. That night, Mom stood in the garage and talked to the air near me. She said if I kept causing problems, they'd make sure I never came back. Not after a year. Never. But then 7 months in, on Pearl's 4th birthday, they went to draw another name. My brother River was about to get picked for his turn. That's when I decided to exist. I grabbed the bowl and smashed it on the floor. Mom screamed like she'd seen a demon. Dad grabbed Pearl and covered her eyes. They acted like something evil had broken into their house. She still has 5 months left, Mom kept yelling. She's breaking the rules. She's ruining everything. They tried to force me back to being invisible. They called the whole family over for an emergency meeting. Aunts and uncles came to decide what to do with me. They all agreed I'd broken sacred rules. I needed to disappear forever. They filed a missing person report that night. Said I was a troubled kid who ran away. Made fake diary pages about me wanting to disappear. Destroyed my birth certificate and social security card. Told family I'd joined a cult in Mexico. They really thought they'd win. Even when Zara's family took me in, my parents kept saying I didn't exist. They told police that Zara's parents were crazy, seeing children who weren't there. They brought 20 family members to court to swear I'd never existed. But I'd taken photos of family documents before my invisible year. Zara's mom helped me get DNA tests. Took 2 years to prove I was real, but we did it. I'm 18 now and legally exist again. But my family still says I'm invisible. They still do the tradition every year. River spent his year invisible and came back 30 pounds lighter. Pearl's 7 now, old enough to have her name in the bowl. I tried to save them, but the court said making kids invisible wasn't illegal enough. Feelings don't leave marks like hits do. My crooked wrist, they said I couldn't prove when it happened. So here's what I lost forever. My whole family. 4 siblings still stuck in that house. A normal childhood. A wrist that works right. The ability to trust that I'm really here, really existing. Sometimes I still feel invisible. I have to look in mirrors to make sure I'm there. That's what happens when your parents teach you that existing is something you have to earn. My therapist says I'm lucky I got out, but every year on Pearl's birthday, I know another kid in that house is learning what it's like to be a ghost. And there's nothing I can do but exist without them.